morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is Saturday, January 12th. The Cowboys are playing at 8:15 and they are going to crush the Rams, hopefully. So this is my 10,000 mile update video. I know I've been kind of quiet with the whole car video and everything, but it is like 20 something degrees out right now. It's freezing. It's a nice cold Saturday morning, and I remote started my car once already today, and I just remote started it again because it's really cold out. So Vortech doesn't recommend to run this supercharger, the self-lubricated supercharger, under 32 degrees. But all the people that I talked to and everybody that has this blower, the Paxton 2200, just said, you know, don't drive it over 2,500 RPM till you get to operating temperature. But as you can see, it just idled down since I put in the Ceratec or Ceratec. I don't even know how you say it. I put the additive in, the snake oil. Car is really running smooth. It's literally purring like a kitten, and I can actually I actually enjoy the car again. I still, you know, I get in it. I don't feel like, oh my God, this thing is gonna blow up and all that good stuff. So today I'll just be giving you a 10,000 mile update. It's over 10,000 miles, but it sounds better. I'm actually at 10,417 miles, so it's like a 10.5 update. And the reason why I'm giving you this update is because I've been boosted for about 9,000 miles now. I've had a few hiccups with breaking parts from drag racing, but otherwise this car has been nothing but good to me. These parts that I did broke because of you know, abuse and drag racing. They just didn't break for no random reason. So today I'm going to just be going around the car, giving you my, you know, the good and the bad, and just to give you an overall opinion on how I feel about the car after 10,000 miles. So stay tuned. So everybody has their preferred tuners, and you know, I have mileage on this car. I've been driving for a while. I'm one of the first people to really have a tune and to really drive and beat on the car, and I'm gonna stress that. And I gotta tell you that, I mean, I've made a bunch of revisions with my tune, especially transmission wise, for like the harshness, the banging, and the shifting hard. And I gotta say, I gotta give it to Rob. I gotta give it to Palm Beach Dyno. I mean, the way this car drives from 8 months ago is just unbelievable. My car does not shift hard. It does not have that banging from, you know, park to drive, or, you know, like everybody suffered that a little bit. I know the dealer was like, I think they had an update on you know, like the transmission on the PCM, and they fixed that somehow through the dealer. I know Xander had a problem with it, but what I just wanted to tell you is, I've been with Rob since day one with this car. I've been with Palm Beach Dyno since day one, and they have done nothing but taking care of me. And any kind of issue that I stressed or I felt like something wasn't wrong, they always took a look for me and they explained to me what was going on, if I was crazy, whatever. I beat the shit out of this car, so, you know, I expected things to break, but it's held up very well for the amount of beating that I put on the car. But I just want to let people I'm just trying, the point I'm getting at is, I want people to understand that, all right, this transmission has adaptive learning. So what happens is it will adapt to your driving style. So what happens is, when you first load a new tune in it, if you know, regardless if it's just an NA tune or a forced induction tune, it's going to take time for your transmission to learn your style of driving. I have not reflashed this computer, this tune, in like 3 months, and I have to say that it really adapted to my style of driving. I have no harshness, I have no banging, I have no clunking, and no hard downshifting when I come to a fast stop. The car just is totally different. I never realized, I didn't know this would happen, but I'm telling you, this is what happened. I'm explaining to you, this has happened over time, because I used to switch my tunes out all the time, you know, when we were making adjustments constantly, changing the revisions. But since I have not touched anything in the last few months, the car just drives so much better. So guys, don't jump the gun and automatically assume like you have transmission damage or something's wrong with the car because, you know, you just flashed the tune and a week later it's still acting funny, or it's downshifting hard, or it's banging, or anything like that, because your transmission needs to learn your style of driving. what I don't like about the car. So let's start off with the trunk. The trunk alignment it's terrible. I don't know what the deal is with it. I tried to adjust it, it didn't work. I'm not going to bring it back to the dealer for something so small, but it does bother me. And also, my driver's side door, it's shut. Sorry, my keys are in the pocket, but it's not actually shut. It's not flush, and that kind of bothers me. Let's see, what else we got here? See, this door is a lot more flush than the door on the other side. So, suspension-wise, I took my Vikings out. I recently sold them. Me personally, I do not like the Vikings for my setup. When I do drag race, after I installed them, the car would come up and then immediately nose down. So it was killing my 60-foot times. No matter how much rebound and how much compression I put to the Viking Crusaders, it just wasn't working for me. I think it's because it's the combo of the 355 gears with a 10R80 transmission. The 1-2 shift is extremely short, so it gets you tire shake, and I think it has a lot to do with those shocks that I had in the car. The stock shocks, I wasn't getting the same exact effect. So I put the stock shocks back in. The car is riding beautiful once again. With the Vikings, it's really bouncy. I do live in the New Jersey, New York metropolitan area, so we do deal with a lot of potholes and stuff. So I got that squared away the other day. I swapped them out. Took about 15 minutes each side, and I shipped them off to our friend Lockdown GT out in California. He has got that 1080 NA car. So these are a couple of things that I don't like. Also, I forgot to mention, I got the BMR cradle lockout, and it's all billet, and it just, the harmonics, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the sound is just enhanced from the differential from the billet bushings. It's really noisy inside the car at times. You hear winding. I posted that in previous videos. This rear, don't mind me, I don't really wash my car too often. This rear deck lid scratches really easily, no matter what. I polished it a few times. I think there is actually a TSB on that, so if I need to bring it to the dealership, I will bring it by so I can get that checked out. But otherwise, overall, those are like the only little things that bother me about the car. Also, what bothered me about the car is, like, I'll get like a weird like humming noise. Like, I can't explain it. Like in the middle of the RPM band, I get on the gas, it's like I don't know exactly what it is. It's hard to explain. I actually spoke to someone else. They said they get the same noise. Not really sure what that is, but those are just like the little things that bother me. But overall, I am extremely impressed with this car. Having 9,000 miles boosted already, and a ton of drag racing, and a ton of driving around the country to go drag racing. I'm really impressed with it. I feel like this car, this platform, is a great platform to build on. Yes, the engine noise, we have engine noises. You have the tick or the barbecue tick, whatever you want to call it. I fixed that up. I put the Saratech in it, or I always mess up that name. I put the additive in it, and that noise is gone. If you want to hear it yourself, the car is currently running. Usually by this point you would get tick. Well, that sound is gone, so I am a firm believer in that. So it's going to get it every few oil changes. They recommend it every 30,000 miles. But I gotta say, man, I mean, this car is best bang for your buck. I'm making over 700 rear wheel horsepower, 717 to be exact. The last time I was on the dyno. I haven't done any power modifications since then. The setup hasn't changed. The pulley is still the same. I did install the JLT intake, but when I go racing, that comes off, so I run an open blower. I did have an issue with the blower going bad. Vortech took care of that immediately. I had the blower back in a few days, and I was up and running. So overall, the last 10,000 miles I've owned this car has been nothing but a great experience. I'm so happy with it. I did, have a few ideas. I was going to go turbo, and it's just not in my budget right now for this year. Will I build the motor eventually? Possibly. I was going to do the roll cage, but that is not going to go in the car right now. It just doesn't make sense overall for me to go and waste that kind of money on a car that I don't fully own yet. So once I start paying it down more, and maybe I'll just pay the note off, maybe then I'll get a little more serious with the car. But otherwise, it's gonna stay a 10-second car to race it when I do race it. If the car does go nice because I decide to pull it down and add a fuel system to it, I will. But I would be happy, but it's not like a main priority right now. My main priority is to show everybody the reliability of the 18 Mustang that gets down torqued so often because they have this engine tick, and people have had issues with the 10R80s. And you know, listen, every new car is going to have issues. Not everything is perfect. There is manufacturer's defects. It will happen when they mass produce something, but overall this car has treated me nothing but good. I am broken a drive shaft. That's my own fault because I wanted to use the trans brake. I have broken axles because I have also used the trans brake. And what else did I break? Broke the axle, broke the drive shaft, and I think that's it. I think that's all I broke. But you know, these are the things that's gonna happen when you abuse a car. So like, I knew going to the track and abusing the car, these are the chances I am taking. So this is also raw footage. I'm not really cutting this up. So this is just my bullshit 10,000 mile review. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Smash it, crash it, whack it, jack it, whatever you want to do. But man, I am so happy with my 2018 Mustang. There's days that I hate it, but there's more days that I love it. So I hope 2019 is a great year for you. And remember, always be kinder than necessary. Peace out, guys.